Get ready for a Cheers cast rewind. From unforgettable moments to iconic characters, this group of bar regulars left their mark over 11 seasons and 275 episodes. So, where are they now? Some continued to make us laugh with even bigger roles, while others took on exciting new challenges. Let's catch up with the Cheers cast, then and now. 1. Rhea Perlman as Carla Tortelli. At just 5 feet tall, Carla Tortelli didn't need height to command attention. Her sharp tongue and fiery personality were more than enough to make her unforgettable on Cheers. While she often targeted Diane, Carla's snark knew no boundaries. If someone got on her nerves, they were likely to feel the full brunt of her fury, often with her trademark speed and precision. And let's be real, when she aimed her venom, it stuck like Velcro. Rhea Perlman brought this fiery character to life in all 275 episodes of Cheers, earning a place alongside Ted Danson and George Wendt for that rare distinction. Her years on the show gave her ample opportunity to showcase her talent, landing her 10 Emmy nominations, with 4 wins to prove just how much she owned the role. Her portrayal of Carla wasn't just a tough exterior, it was layered with humor, heart, and a depth that made her both formidable and lovable. Perlman's acting chops became undeniable, and she proved time and again that she was more than just the sharp-tongued waitress. But Perlman wasn't just confined to the bar at Cheers. She and her husband, Danny DeVito, became an iconic duo both on and off screen. Their first notable collaboration was on Taxi, where Perlman appeared alongside DeVito, setting the stage for their joint work as the hilariously mean parents in Matilda. Perlman also had the chance to star in her own show Pearl in 1996, though it only lasted 1 season. In more recent years, Perlman kept making waves with her performances. Whether she was playing Danny's over-the-top mother, Annette Castellano, on The Mindy Project, lending her voice to animated hits like Harley Quinn and Star Wars, The Bad Batch, or making appearances in films like You People and Barbie in 2023, Perlman continued to prove her versatility and comedic genius. When it comes to Rhea Perlman's personal life, her relationship with Danny DeVito is anything but conventional. For decades, they've navigated the ups and downs of life together, never quite signing divorce papers despite the occasional bumps along the way. Their bond remains strong, and recently, they even bought a house together in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, signaling that things are in a good place between them. At 76, Perlman is embracing a new chapter, showing that her creativity knows no bounds. She's ventured into writing, with a children's book series called Otto Undercover already under her belt. Whether she's captivating audiences with her acting or inspiring young readers with her writing, Rhea Perlman continues to prove that she's far from slowing down. 2. George Wendt as Norm Peterson. Who doesn't know Norm Peterson? The quintessential Cheers regular whose larger-than-life presence could fill up any room, even if he preferred the corner booth. With his dry wit, penchant for beer, and endless one-liners, George Wendt's portrayal of Norm quickly became a staple of Cheers magic. Whether he was sidestepping his troubled marriage or offering up comedic gems like, "It's a dog-eat-dog world and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear," Norm was the kind of character who made you feel right at home every time. What began as a small one-off role where Norm's only line was, quite literally, beer, quickly turned into one of the show's most beloved characters. Audiences fell in love with Norm, and it wasn't long before the character became a permanent fixture in the Cheers ensemble. His quick wit, deadpan delivery, and no-nonsense approach to life earned him 6 Emmy nominations, cementing his status as a television legend. Norm's popularity didn't stop at the bar. He became such a cultural phenomenon that his influence reached beyond Cheers, with appearances on other shows like The Simpsons. His comedic presence and larger-than-life personality made him a natural fit for comedy sketches. including his memorable portrayal as one of the Chicago superfans on Saturday Night Live in the famous Da Bears sketches. But Wendt wasn't just confined to the small screen. He found success in film as well, with notable roles in Fletch, 1985, and Forever Young, 1991, where he starred alongside Mel Gibson. Whether it was comedy or drama, Wendt's timing and charisma shone through in every role. Even at 76 years old, Wendt shows no signs of slowing down. His last major TV role came in the TBS miniseries Clipped, but he's also made guest appearances on shows like Peyton's Places and The Goldbergs. Most recently, he appeared in the 2022 film Christmas with the Campbells, proving that Norm Peterson's spirit is still very much alive in the entertainment world today. 3. Nicholas Colasanto as Ernie Coach Pantuso. Ernie Coach. Pantuso may not have been the sharpest tool in the shed, but his heart was as big as they come, and his comedic timing was absolutely unmatched. Originally introduced as Sam Malone's pitching coach, Coach had certainly lost his fastball, but what he lacked in athleticism, he more than made up for with charm and hilarity. Coach became the lovable, slightly confused, yet endearing fixture of Cheers, delivering some of the most memorable moments, especially when it came to answering the phone. Let's be real. No one has ever answered the phone or taken messages more hilariously and incorrectly than Coach. Behind the scenes, Nicholas Colasanto, the actor who brought Coach to life, wasn't always destined for Hollywood. Initially planning to become an accountant, Colasanto's path took a turn in college when he discovered his passion for acting. His journey led him to both in front of and behind the camera. Colasanto's directorial talents were evident as he helmed episodes of beloved shows like Bonanza and Chips, showcasing his diverse skills in the entertainment world. But despite his burgeoning career, Colasanto's health was beginning to decline. By the time he joined Cheers, he had already been struggling with his health for some time, and although he had plans to retire, he chose to push those aside to join the Cheers cast. His decision was a gift to fans, as they quickly fell in love with Coach's quirky charm, making him an unforgettable part of the show's early years. Tragically, Colasanto's health worsened, and the actor passed away in 1985 during the third season of Cheers at the age of 61. The cause was the long-term effects of alcoholism. Though he had joined Alcoholics Anonymous in the 1970s and successfully gotten sober, the damage to his body had already been done. The loss was deeply felt by the Cheers cast and audience alike, as Coach's presence was sorely missed. Rest in peace, Coach. 4. Ted Danson as Sam Malone. Step aside for Mayday Malone, Cheers' very own charming bartender who knew how to make an entrance, stir a drink, and win over the ladies, all with a confident smile. Cocky, yet undeniably likable, Sam Malone was the quintessential ladies' man, with a knack for flirting with both customers and coworkers. While Sam's confident persona seemed effortless, it wasn't until the third season that Ted Danson, who portrayed the iconic character, finally felt truly comfortable in the role. Ted Danson's path to Sam Malone wasn't instant, but rather a steady climb. His acting career began in the 1970s with a few soap opera roles, first on Somerset and later on The Doctors as Mitch Pearson. Following these early ventures, Danson took on guest roles in various shows, including 2 episodes of Benson. It was 1982, however, when he grabbed a bar rag and found his true calling, working alongside Nicholas Colasanto's Coach and making Cheers the place where everyone knows your name. Sam's magnetic charm and quick wit quickly made him the face of the show. Danson, now 77, continued to carve out an impressive career in Hollywood. He achieved big-screen success, co-starring with Tom Selleck and Steve Guttenberg in 3 Men and a Baby, one of the decade's biggest hits. He also starred with Whoopi Goldberg in Made in America in 1993, which led to a controversial affair between the two, a scandal that not only resulted in Danson's second divorce, but also sparked media backlash. However, Ted Danson managed to navigate the turbulence of his personal life and reinvent himself on television. In 1998, he returned to the small screen with Becker, a show that ran for 6 seasons, and re-established his status as a comedic powerhouse. In more recent years, Danson's career continued to evolve, and from 2016 to 2022, he starred as the quirky and lovable demon, Michael in The Good Place, earning rave reviews and solidifying his place as one of television's most versatile actors. His latest role as the titular character in Mr. Mayor, which premiered in 2021, further showcases his talent and enduring appeal. Danson's personal life has been as eventful as his career. He's been married to actress Mary Steenburgen since 1995, and in October 2019, the couple took part in a climate change protest outside the Capitol, which resulted in their arrest. Through it all, Danson has remained as dynamic and engaging as ever, whether on screen or off. 5. Shelley Long as Diane Chambers. From the moment she walked into Cheers, Diane Chambers, with her blend of class, sass, and intellectual charm, became an unforgettable part of the show's dynamic. She wasn't just another pretty face, she was a woman of substance, a bit high maintenance, and with a sharp wit that often clashed with the bar's regulars. Her on-again, off-again relationship with Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson, was filled with emotional highs and lows that left viewers hooked. Their chemistry, at times sweet and at other times explosive, set the stage for the early seasons of Cheers, making it clear that Diane wasn't just another character. She was the cornerstone of the show's initial appeal. Ted Danson himself once said, "You put us on the map," referring to the central role Diane played in making Cheers a hit. Her rivalry with Carla, which was always fraught with humor and tension, added another layer of entertainment, turning Cheers into a place where the laughs were as constant as the drinks being served. Critics and fans alike were captivated by Diane's unique personality, leading Shelley Long to receive 5 Emmy nominations. Her win for Best Actress in 1983 solidified her as one of TV's most talented actresses, marking the peak of her early career. But Cheers was never meant to be her permanent stage. Long's career had begun to take off in 1982, when she co-starred with Henry Winkler in Night Shift, a comedy that helped cement her status in Hollywood. While she had enjoyed her time on Cheers, Shelley Long always had her sights set on the big screen. It was that drive to pursue film roles that ultimately led her to leave Cheers after 5 seasons. A decision that surprised fans, but was entirely in line with her goals. True to her ambitions, Long embraced film stardom with memorable performances. First, in The Money Pit, where she starred alongside Tom Hanks in a comedy about the nightmare of home ownership. She followed that up with Troop Beverly Hills, where she played Phyllis, a character that, much like Diane, was in over her head but always tried to maintain her dignity. Both roles allowed Long to showcase her comedic talents, further solidifying her status as a versatile actress who could balance charm and humor with heart. In more recent years, Long's career has continued to flourish, this time on television. She found great success as Dee Dee Pritchett, the quirky and often contentious ex-wife of Jay on Modern Family. Her portrayal of Dee Dee, a character who had her own colorful personality and flair for drama, was a hit with audiences. She also made her mark in films like the 2021 thriller The Cleaner, in which she starred alongside Linda Carter, aka Wonder Woman herself, and in 2022's Give Me Pity, further showcasing her range and love for the craft. Now 75, Shelley Long's career remains as impressive as ever. While Diane Chambers may be one of her most iconic roles, it's clear that she's never been afraid to step outside of that persona, embracing new challenges and continuing to entertain with her unique blend of grace, humor, and heart. 6. Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Frasier Crane. From his first appearance on Cheers, Kelsey Grammer's portrayal of Dr. Frasier Crane stood out as a character who was brilliant, yet profoundly flawed. The highly educated, somewhat pompous psychiatrist always seemed to be the smartest person in the room. Yet when it came to relationships, especially with his ex-wife Lilith, he was less adept at navigating the emotional labyrinth. His character's complexity, however, only added to his charm, making him one of the most memorable figures in Cheers history. Frasier's arrival on the show wasn't exactly met with laughter during Kelsey Grammer's audition. In fact, he failed to elicit a single chuckle. But what he lacked in immediate comedic appeal, he more than made up for in chemistry with Ted Danson. That undeniable rapport led to Frasier becoming a beloved regular on the show, where he quickly transitioned from a one-off character to a mainstay. Grammer's impeccable timing and ability to balance both humor and vulnerability made Frasier an audience favorite. Frasier's success wasn't confined to Cheers alone. His character was so well received that it earned him a spin-off series, Frasier, which arguably rivaled the original Cheers in popularity. The sitcom ran for 11 seasons, making Frasier Crane a household name and cementing Grammer's place in television history. Over a span of 20 years, Grammer brought the character to life, showcasing a blend of highbrow humor, relatable neuroses, and moments of genuine heart. Beyond his role as Frasier, Kelsey Grammer's voice has become iconic in the world of animation. Producers have praised his incredible vocal talent, which led to memorable roles such as voicing Vlad in the 1997 animated film Anastasia, the Beast in the X-Men franchise, and the delightfully devious sideshow Bob on The Simpsons. His distinctive voice has allowed him to diversify his career in ways that few actors could. However, Grammer's personal life tells a much more complicated story. Struggling with alcoholism, Grammer has been open about his battles, which he traces back to the trauma he faced at the age of 20. Tragically, he had to identify the body of his younger sister, who had been abducted, raped, and murdered. This painful experience profoundly impacted his life and contributed to his struggles with addiction. In a tribute to his sister, he named his daughter after her, keeping her memory alive. Grammer's love life has also been far from simple. After 4 marriages and 7 children, his relationships have been high-profile and, at times, tumultuous. He married model Camille Donatacci in 1997, who would later gain fame as a member of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, their marriage ended in divorce, and Grammer's relationships have continued to make headlines. His current wife is 25 years his junior, a flight attendant, proving that Grammer's personal life remains as complex as the characters he portrays. At 69 years old, Grammer is far from slowing down. He's returned to the role of Frasier Crane in a new series, now airing on Paramount+, continuing the character's journey with the same wit and emotional depth that made him a beloved icon. Grammer's most recent film appearance was in Jesus Revolution, 2023, further showcasing his range as an actor. 7. Woody Harrelson as Woody Boyd. Do you think trees ever get embarrassed when they lose all their leaves in the fall? I mean, I'd be pretty self-conscious if I were bald for months. This kind of offbeat, innocent humor is exactly what made Woody Boyd such an endearing character on Cheers. When the bar lost its beloved coach, Woody stepped in as the new bartender, bringing his small-town charm, quirky observations, and an endless supply of unintentional hilarity. His literal, wide-eyed approach to life, like his unique misunderstanding of how being a pen pal works, quickly won over audiences, making him a standout in the iconic show's ensemble cast. For Woody Harrelson, stepping into Boyd's shoes was the beginning of an extraordinary Hollywood career. While his character on Cheers was marked by an unshakable optimism and a knack for taking everything at face value, Harrelson's range as an actor extended far beyond comedy. His portrayal of the eccentric, driven publisher Larry Flynt in The People vs. Larry Flynt earned him critical acclaim, while his role as the cunning and brave Haymitch Abernathy in the Hunger Games series made him a global star. Harrelson's ability to shift from a quirky, innocent character like Woody to more serious and complex roles cemented his place as a true Hollywood chameleon. Now 63 years old, Harrelson continues to captivate audiences. His Emmy-nominated turn in HBO's True Detective showcased his dramatic chops, while recent roles in films like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 2021, Triangle of Sadness, 2022, and Champions, 2023, reaffirmed his knack for choosing projects that highlight his range. Upcoming releases like Suncoast and Project Artemis in 2024 promise even more from the actor who started out as everyone's favorite bartender. Off-screen, Harrelson remains as passionate and unconventional as ever, championing causes like the legalization of marijuana and hemp. Much like Woody Boyd, Harrelson brings a unique perspective and energy to everything he does. Always a little quirky, a little unexpected, and completely unforgettable. 8. Kirstie Alley as Rebecca Howe. Have you ever walked into a room full of chaos and thought, yes, I can fix this? That's Rebecca Howe in a nutshell, a perfectionist caught in a perfectly imperfect world. Rebecca Howe, played by Kirstie Alley, was far from a carbon copy of Diane Chambers. Instead, Rebecca brought a new layer to the dynamic, a vulnerable, often flustered businesswoman desperately trying to hold it all together amidst the madness of the bar's dysfunctional regulars. Her comedic breakdowns and romantic misadventures endeared her to fans and gave Cheers a fresh perspective. For Alley, stepping into Rebecca's shoes was a defining moment in her career. While Alley's character seemed perpetually overwhelmed, the actress herself was driven and unrelenting. She had dropped out of college, left her home in Kansas, and moved to Los Angeles in pursuit of something bigger. Though her initial years were tumultuous, marked by a battle with cocaine addiction, her commitment to Scientology helped her turn her life around. Her big break came with Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan in 1982, where she made her film debut as Lieutenant Saavik. But it was her role in the 1989 comedy Look Who's Talking, alongside John Travolta, that catapulted her into mainstream stardom. Her comedic timing and undeniable charisma turned her into one of Hollywood's most beloved leading ladies. Outside of her on-screen achievements, Alley lived a life as bold and colorful as Rebecca herself. In 2000, she purchased a $1.5 million waterfront mansion in Clearwater, Florida, from Lisa Marie Presley. This wasn't just any home. It was located in the spiritual headquarters of the Church of Scientology, reflecting Alley's deep connection to her faith. Tragically, Kirstie Alley passed away on December 5, 2022, at the age of 71. Her death marked the loss of a Hollywood icon who was as dynamic and multifaceted as the character she played. Whether she was navigating the chaos of a bar on Cheers or lighting up the silver screen with her sharp wit and infectious energy, Alley left an indelible mark on fans and the industry alike. 9. John Ratzenberger as Cliff Clavin. Cliff Clavin, the walking encyclopedia of Cheers, was the bar's resident expert on everything, whether anyone wanted to hear it or not. From unsolicited trivia to over-the-top theories, Cliff had a knack for spouting off little-known facts that often left the gang at Cheers somewhere between amused and exasperated. It was this blend of awkward charm and endless chatter that made him both a constant annoyance and an irreplaceable part of the show. But Cliff's existence wasn't just luck. It was born from John Ratzenberger's quick wit. Originally auditioning for the role of Norm Peterson, Ratzenberger didn't land the part. Undeterred, he pitched an entirely new idea on the spot, a character who knew everything about everything, or at least thought he did. The show's creators ran with the idea, and Cliff Clavin was delivered into sitcom history. Ratzenberger's portrayal of the lovable know-it-all earned him 2 Emmy nominations, cementing his role as a standout in one of television's most celebrated casts. But Ratzenberger's talents extended far beyond Cheers. Following his success on the show, he transitioned to voice acting and carved out a unique legacy as the only actor to appear in every single Pixar film. From Ham, the wisecracking piggy bank in Toy Story, to Mac the optimistic truck in Cars, his unmistakable voice brought life and humor to countless beloved characters. Beyond Pixar, Ratzenberger also made a name for himself as the host of Made in America, a documentary series that aired from 2004 to 2008. The show celebrated the ingenuity and craftsmanship of American workers, a passion project that reflected Ratzenberger's deep respect for hard work and creativity. Today, at 77 years old, Ratzenberger continues to grace both screens and microphones with his talent. Whether he's lending his voice to a Pixar character or reminiscing about Cliff's glory days, he remains a cherished figure in the entertainment industry. And if Cliff were here now, he'd probably tell you, it's a little-known fact that Ratzenberger is one of Hollywood's unsung heroes. 10. Philip Perlman as Phil. Philip Perlman, best known for his role as Phil on Cheers, embodied the essence of the everyday patron, a man of few words, but plenty of presence. A fixture at the bar for 142 episodes, Perlman's character blended seamlessly with the lively crowd, adding depth and authenticity to the world of Cheers. What made this role even more special was its connection to family. Philip's daughter, Rhea Perlman, famously portrayed Carla Tortelli, the feisty waitress. It was a unique dynamic that added a touch of real-life warmth to the sitcom. But acting wasn't always Philip Perlman's calling. Before stepping into the world of entertainment, Perlman enjoyed a successful career in the toy business, retiring only to discover a second act as an actor. With his quiet wit and natural charisma, he proved that it's never too late to pursue your passions. His turn as Phil also extended to the Cheers spin-off Frasier, where he reprised his role for a single nostalgic episode. Beyond the small screen, Perlman showcased his talents in several films, often appearing alongside his son-in-law, the legendary Danny DeVito. Notable credits include Throw Mama from the Train, 1987, Out of Sight, 1998, and Man on the Moon, 1999. These roles, though smaller in scope, demonstrated Perlman's knack for adding texture and authenticity to any project he joined. Perlman lived a long, full life, passing away on April 29, 2015, in Los Angeles at the age of 95. His legacy lives on not just in his memorable performances, but also in the family he left behind. His wife, Adele, followed him in 2016, marking the end of a remarkable chapter for a family deeply connected to Hollywood. 11th, Bebe Neuwirth as Dr. Lilith Sternin. If you've ever wondered what happens when razor-sharp wit meets unshakable composure, look no further than Dr. Lilith Sternin. As Frasier Crane's enigmatic better half on Cheers, Lilith had a knack for stealing scenes with her icy charm and cutting intellect, a perfect foil to the bar's warm camaraderie. When Cheers came to an end in 1993, Neuwirth had countless offers to reprise similar characters on TV and in film. However, she remained fiercely committed to her theatrical roots. Although she declined the opportunity to join Frasier as a regular, she occasionally reprised her role as Lilith in memorable guest appearances, much to fans' delight. Her decision to prioritize Broadway over Hollywood speaks volumes about her passion for live performance and the unique connection she shares with the stage. In addition to her Emmy-winning turn on Cheers, Neuwirth continued to thrive in theater, earning another Tony Award for her work in Chicago. As Velma Kelly, she brought grit and charisma to one of the most iconic roles in musical theater. Her ability to seamlessly navigate between television, film, and the stage highlights her rare versatility as an actress. Today, at 67, Neuwirth's career spans over 4 decades, and she remains a beloved figure in both Hollywood and Broadway circles. And much like her character Lilith, she has a way of commanding attention, leaving audiences captivated, amused, and just a little bit in awe. Which characters do you love the most from Cheers? Let us know in the comments below. From unforgettable one-liners to heartwarming moments, the cast of Cheers brought laughter and life to our screens for decades. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on your favorite TV classics and stars, because the best memories are always worth revisiting. Cheers to that.